looking like enemies. We used to be the team people talk about, what a chemistry. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. You know exactly what it means and how it hurts. Oh, I can't believe you're here. Can't get any worse. No, no. I just wanna get out of here. I find it so hard to breathe. 'Cause when you get too close, I lose my way and I freeze. I wish you knew what power you have over me, but now it's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of here. Just get me out of. How can you be so calm around me when I act desperately? You used to be the one getting crazy when I'd be hard to reach. I can see it in your eyes. You don't wanna talk anymore. I wanna get so numb while we enemies. No, you don't mind the way I stutter my words. It's so hard to breathe. Just get me out of here.
All right, this is Dad Random. How you doing? Let me just do some adjustments here. I can hear my monitor too well. All right. Oh, there we go. Hi, how are you doing? I was just having a little bit of a brain, kind of a brain explosion. And I've been watching a lot about what's been said and a lot of the different opinions that are going around YouTube right now when it comes to the Mini 3. And I heard some opinions being expressed, and I wanted to express my opinion. Okay, and the question is, hey Josh, how you doing? Really appreciate you popping in. But the question is, there's a lot of people asking, do I need to buy this Mini 3 coming out? And the answer is, if you can. I mean, this is going to be the short answer. I want to discuss this a little bit. I want to look at some of your options, some of the things that I think about when it comes to this specific drone. I've flown every one of them. All the small drones I've been basically through. And I'm a huge fan of the Mini platform. Hey, Matt, how you doing? The Mini platform is one of the most fun for sure. And that's why I hope that everybody's excited about it. But if you haven't flown the Mini 2, you need to fly it first. You have plenty of time to get to the Mini 3 finally when it gets out. But if you're one of those people that, price is no object, jump on board the Mini 3 train. I'd say buy it, and buy the best one, But if you're going to spend, if you're going to look at economizing your money, there's better deals out there, especially if you're looking for an Air 2S right now. There are some great deals. So you want to try to jump on those deals before they're gone. Guys, there's always a sale before the new product, and those sales are one of the times you can get these drones low enough to purchase them on sale. DJI never puts things on sale, and as soon as the sale ends and the new product comes out, those old products go back up in price. If you're looking for an SE right now, you can literally steal one. If you're looking for a Mini 1, which I would suggest you get an SE before you buy a Mini 1. The SE is just more flexible, and it's also, a improved model. It's like a Mini 1.5 or whatever you want to say. So, hey, Susan Lee, how you doing? Darn autocorrect. I apologize if you're getting some filtering. So I did mess around a little bit with my filtering. So, but my discussion is, should I buy a Mini 2 or should I get to this Mini 3 thing? Should I jump on the So if you can afford it, you always want to get the best of the best. If you can afford it, but if you're like me, when I started flying drones, I couldn't afford the best. So to me right now, if you cannot afford a drone, but you can afford at the top of your budget a $300 drone or in that range, buy an SE and then just accessorize it. Buy the lithium ion packs, buy the just clean up all, especially the lithium ion packs. You get a lot more charges per battery. There's a lot of accessories out there. You can get ND filters, and there's so many things. 2.7K is really good video. So I just wanted you to think about that before you spend $1,200, and that's really what you're looking at for this new Mini. There's never been a Mini more expensive than this one. And I'm talking about with the new controller. Don't even think about buying this drone unless you're going to buy the new controller. Now, if you're going to, I just think that's the wrong purchase. I think if you haven't gone to the upper Mini levels, you need to go this way. And this is actually one of the deals I've found out there. There's a couple of Mini 2 deals. I just want you to see these right here. Let me get that down right there. That's my mood. Here's my music. So for $449, you can get a Fly Start, basically a bundle that includes an SD card, extra props. So this isn't a 2 battery model, but remember, with this Mini 2, you have to use these batteries here. Okay. The Mini 2 is a super solid platform. You've got super great range, and you've got great battery performance, and the video quality is amazing. It's excellent. Now, downside most people get into is they get into the tracking issue, that it's not going to have tracking, where this new one will have tracking, and that's really where a lot of people, but I can tell you right now on one hand how many times I've used tracking on my Mavic 3. That many times. That's how many. I probably should do a tracking video, shouldn't I? But I rarely use tracking. Tracking is a nice feature to have if you're going to go out and you just want to follow your vehicle around a little bit, but you don't have to have tracking. I don't suggest that. So, and I just don't. I think if you're going to look for a quality, good price for $449, you can't go wrong. $379 down here. You can get basically one without a couple of little extra gizmos and gadgets. You can get into refurbs too, and there's a lot of, look, everybody's going to be selling their freaking Minis too. Everybody's going to be competing for that sale. You can get one that's hardly been used by somebody that flew it like 15 times, like me when I sell mine. And look at this, $273. That's a bid though. You can get that down cheaper. I think a good price for a Mini 2 at this point is about $400. I think you can get if you can get the extra batteries, that always would be a plus. Now this guy here is selling. This one's got some bids on it. It's $353, and this kid has got this person's got 2 batteries with it. So there's nothing wrong with pre-owned. These drones, are amazing in their used state. Nobody flies their drones so much that you can't get one used. Look at this dude. See, this is where you can really kick butt, is you find this guy, okay? This guy that's gotten the gazillion batteries. They've got, look at everything's organized, and they've got all these accessories, and they've got ND filters, and grab this dude's freaking drone. So I'm just saying, this is a steal, and this person never flew this thing. I'm just telling you right now. And if they did, this little bird here will give you miles and miles and miles of crashes. So, but look for one if you can. Look for one that has a few miles on it. There's nothing wrong with buying slightly used. Here we go, $379. $379 for a Mini 2. Remember, this is a 4K, 30-minute flight time drone. And the video quality is amazing. And you know, the only argument you possibly might have is low light. Let's see. You should check Facebook. There's Facebook Marketplace. It says friend got a Mini 2 Yeah, people are fire sailing these things. When I am in the mood to sell something, I will be very aggressive. And what all I'm trying to do, and a lot of these people are trying to do, is they're trying to recoup a little bit of their cash so they can buy the new thing at a, you know, and then, you know, they'll probably finance the rest or whatever they do. That's kind of what I do. I take the proceeds from like another drone, like my Air 2S sale, and I just apply it to my next drone, and I, you know, work off of that. So that's kind of what's going on. But if you want new in the box, this is, you know, this is a refurb right here, by the way, for $379. But yeah, you're going to find deals right now. So hunt for those deals. All right, hunt for those deals. There are just so many out there. Here's an Amazon right here. Now this is now those were all eBay, but this one is one you can return. So if you don't like it, get it on Amazon. Look at this. This seller is selling this Fly More combo right here, refurb bundle for $419. This is everything, including a let's see, here we got the So this is a full-on freaking Mini 2. Mini 2, not a Fly More combo. Sorry, it's accessorized. They like to put things with it, like the landing mats. This one does come with an SD card, but guys, SD cards at 128 kilobit, or excuse me, gigabit. What am I doing? Gigabit are about $12. So you know that's not a really big deal there. When they start giving you the cards, I would just go buy a 128 gig one. Batteries. Now this has the so you know I'm looking at I wouldn't buy that one probably. I thought it was a good deal. Now I'm looking at it, I'm like nah. For another $100, here's this guy right here, 519. This one's fully loaded, so 3 batteries, full Fly More kit, and the case. I do recommend the case for this. The case does add value to it in resale. You can get a lot of this money back out of it. So say you buy it for $519, since it's on Amazon, you can return it, or you can resell it and probably resell it because you have all the accessories. I suggest another thing that raise your value is possibly throwing some ND filters in it, and you can usually up that price. You can usually beat somebody else. A lot of people don't accessorize them when they sell them. I always do because I get my buyers faster. And so I'm already talking about selling something you haven't even bought yet. But I always think that way. So think about selling it after you buy it. If you buy it new and you're a first-time user, you can put that in your bio. So, hey, thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. Hey, $2 is appreciative. So thank you so much. But yeah, so think about this. You don't have to have the Mavic 3 yet. Let people like me fly the Mavic 3 first to find out whether you want it or not. That's the whole purpose of this reviewer thing. So I suggest that you buy a Mini 2, let the steam come off of the Mini 3. There's sometimes and then your Mini 2, you know, in a couple of weeks or months when you start getting interested in the next version, you learn the Mini platform, you get really good video, and maybe you don't even want it by that point in time. There's a lot of questions as to whether you need the video quality that a lot of these drones will give you, and probably one of the best videos I saw, actually Kai Friedrichsen. By the way, Kai, I want to do a shout out to Kai today. Kai is undergoing a procedure today, a medical procedure. I'm going to share that with you. And I just want to make sure everybody knows that I'm thinking about him and hope it goes through well today, and that he's that everything goes as planned. That's the best way I can explain it without giving you more detail. But yeah, Kai is Lone Star UAV is seeing the doctor today. So, but yeah, so if the big thing about drone buying is that you buy something you're comfortable with, and this thing, people don't care if you're flying it around them. It's small, it looks like a toy, but it doesn't act like a toy. And that's the key to the Mini success is people will fly Minis, they're safe to fly, and but if you're kind of a dork flying, you maybe want to wait for the Mini 3 because of the obstacle avoidance. There's nothing better than APAS, guys. Oh my Lord, when you're going bypass mode, and it's amazing. But there's some good deals out there is all I'm saying. The DJI site, if you want to get the Care Refresh, is always a good place to go. But I'm a deal shopper. Just so you know, I never buy Care Refresh ever. I never buy it. I've never needed it. I've never used it. And I guess I've been lucky, but I'll chance it. I don't own them long enough really to have Care Refresh. And if I do crash it, it'll be my fault. And then I'll end up paying some, right? Recovery money. But there, all right. So that's my opinion on it. Yes, my answer is yes. Big yes, a dead random yes. Look for the Mini 2s. The Mini 2s are going to be cheaper. They're going to be readily available. And if you want to get them on the marketplace, yes, you can eliminate all of the charges, but Amazon, you can always return it without questions. Or buy, my other suggestion is Best Buy. I did not put up a Best Buy link. But I do have two versions that are up there. One, the $400 version. So check that out. Check out the $400 version if you would. That's a good option for you. Last thing I want to basically share with you is this little bugger. This is actually a rendering. This is not an actual drone, but I thought it was cool. I just thought that this is one of those early versions. They usually came out before, but this is a stylized, a more simplified version. I wonder if any of you guys, this is my question, would you buy this rather than the frog face one? This was actually created by a gifted artist, but you see how the camera is a little more robust. They made it look a little bit bigger, 1 inch, and you can see that the sensors are more straight and flat. They're not angled. I can imagine that's probably why they're not going to work as good as the ones that are on the bug-eyed one. But yeah, I thought you'd check that out. There's a couple of these photos that came out. These two, which give it a little bit more kind of, I don't know, a little more square, less curvy versions. But these I thought were kind of interesting. I thought if I was going to get online, hey, Sunrise, how you doing? Hey, Matt. Thank you guys for showing up. But my question of the day was, just to repeat the question is, should I go with a used or an older Mini 2? And the answer is absolutely. The Mini 2 prices are right there. The deals are going to be massive. If you want to spend a little bit more and you want to spend a little bit more money, once you get into the $500 range, this is where I start to think, I really do start to think Air 2 and Air 2S. Basically, the new Mini is going to be the new Air 2, pretty much in its design and its capability. But the Air 2S has a better sensing system. So if you are going to upgun your purchase, I would suggest the Air 2S. Once you get into the $700 range, you need to start thinking Air 2S. But you definitely don't think Mini at $700. There's the Air 2S platform has zero problems with it. It's got 1,000 reviews, and if you're going to go $700, go Air 2S for sure. And then look for the Pro controller versions where they come with either the old or the new controller. I think the new way of buying everything is going to be with the Pro controller. I will not buy another drone unless it has a screen on it. I think I'm to that point. One of the things I have suggested and thought of with the Mavic 3 that I already currently own is the Pro version of the controller, because so we hope the Mini and the Mavic 3 can both be flown, we're hoping, with the same controller, which would really change the game. So, alrighty, Josh unboxing. With this new gimbal design, I believe durability went down. Yeah, I think he's referring to this. This is actually the spec stuff. I actually copied the specs down. I can't remember which of the Twitter feeds that I got where they simplified the specs. I'm not going to go over the specs, by the way. But nice little package going on there, isn't it? Very nice. And he's the reference there by Josh is this one right here. And I agree. I totally agree with this analysis, which here, my chair is kind of in the way. Wrong way. So as you can see right there, this little piece, and it was broken on the one that we did see in the video, but this part down here is exposed and landing, and you can see, look at right here, these little landing feet, and where, so I can see a lot of add-ons to these feet to bring the level of the drone up a little bit so it can clear this gimbal, or you hand launch and you hand retrieve. If you want to see that, check out 51 Drones. He did a video just recently on hand retrieval and hand launches, or you can check out mine because I've done the same thing. I really haven't done a lot of hand retrievals or hand launches lately, but I do mostly hand launches. If I don't need to, I don't sometimes. But on this one, I will hand retrieve and launch this all day, all week. I will never let this thing set on the ground, not with that gimbal. So, totally agree, Josh. I heard Kai was selling his Mini 2, or did he sell it already? I think he is. I would verify that with him. I did talk to him last night. Sunrise, I think you talked to him on a regular, probably more than maybe not more than me, because I talk to him on the phone quite often. But you know he's going to visit the doctor today, so he's got a little procedure. So I'll just leave it at that. That's his business. So yeah, I do think, yeah, he is selling his Mini 2. You might want to even chat with Lone Star UAV, send him a direct message if you're interested. He will be selling his Mini 2, and I guarantee that thing's in perfect condition, probably hardly used. And it is a Fly More kit, I do believe. And he is actually receiving the Air 2S, so he's actually upgunned himself a little bit, a couple $100. But he got it came with the RC Pro, which I'm very jealous. I'm very jealous of that, actually. So, especially having the RC Pro is $1,000 freaking controller. So, all right. So there it is, guys. It is 23 minutes, way longer than I wanted to get in. Yes, buy a Mini 2. Guys, do not wait for this thing. It is not to your benefit if to spend $1,200 on something you can spend $700 for. And if you want some those examples, let's just go Air 2S and bang, $899. There you go with 2 batteries. That's new. This is a certified refurbished. New goes for about $1,000. And every once in a while you'll get there's some on sale. Obviously, you can go on the marketplace and find deals there. For absolutely sure. Most of the people in this area here are going to be selling them. There it is. There's the RC Pro for $1,000, guys. Let's see. Look at this guy. He's selling his Air 2, and he crossed out the controller because he kept it and sold the drone, which is smart. Here it is right here. Here is the Air 2 Fly More combo with the DJI Smart controller, but not I don't think this is the RC Pro. The key is the key is to get the RC Pro, which is the new version. But this one is very good. I've actually used that one with my Mavic 2. ND filters, which you probably will be using your ND16 on a regular basis if it's sunny, if you're in Florida, stuff like that. And you've got your 3 batteries. So, all right, that's a $1,700 version right there. But remember, you get the controller. I probably wouldn't get this one personally because if it did have the new controller, that would be the benefit. And I can't fly that one with the Mini when it comes, so I won't be able to bind that one with the Mini 3. And I'm thinking ahead. Like I said, one step ahead, guys. Always one step ahead. Okay, there it is. Gone way too far with this one. But thanks, guys. I really appreciate you popping in. I'm going to heading out. And please wish Kai some the best, okay? So appreciate him. We want him to have a good outcome of his procedure. And no, he's not having a vasectomy. Had to tell a joke. It's always got to be fun. Yeah, Matt, you have a great one. Jay Astafan, thank you for popping in, by the way. And I have actually, I got a bunch of you guys that are regulars. I have you all kind of listed on my Nightbot. So I've got you guys listed as regulars. So it allows me a little bit of an easier time when I do a drawing. Because guys, I'm going to hit 6,000 this summer, and I'm going to do a drawing. I'm going to give some stuff away, and I'll be giving it on Nightbot. I have a little program in there to do a random drawing for people that regularly come in. They're always basically commenting, frequent commenters, and they're all listed and ranked. I could actually show you that sometime. But all right, I'm out of here. Thank you, guys.